Hey guys, I am Josh Smith. I'm president of Montana Knife Company. I'm here with my friend Tyr Simak, and we are demonstrating individual pieces and components to our IFAK, our personal medical kit that we have put together, kind of with the bare minimum necessities that you should need in an emergency. If you've watched some of the other videos, especially the main video about the entire pack, you've heard Tyr talk about the acronym MARSH. We have gone through the M, and now we are on to the A part of that, which is Airway. And we're going to talk about the nasopharyngeal. That is pretty much all I know about it. So I'm going to turn it over to Tyr and ask him why this would be in the pack.
This is how I can tell we're close to the Canadian borders, because he sounds, the acronym MARSH. It's March, because we're Americans. And nasopharyngeal, pharyngeal airway.
Pharyngeal.
Pharyngeal.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, teach us about it.
Pharyngeal. There, it's close to Italy. So as Josh said, we've run through everything we can do in terms of treatment interventions for massive hemorrhage. The next thing we need to worry about is securing the airway. And in our individual first aid kit, IFAK, we have this NPA, or nasopharyngeal airway. These come in a whole variety of sizes. This is the most common size. This goes straight back into the nose and back into the airway and holds the, we're just going to make up an anatomical term, away, so that you can pass air through.
Okay, so is this like getting like the ultimate COVID test?
It really is. If you've had a COVID test, it's kind of similar to this. They don't really go up in your nose, they go back in your nose. Your casualty is not going to be very comfortable with this unless they really need it. Indication for this, this is used to secure the airway. How do you know if you need to secure the airway? If they're talking, you probably don't need to secure the airway. So if your buddy says, please get that thing out of my face, he probably doesn't need it. That's a good indication that he doesn't need it. But keep it handy, because he might.
All right, so let's see, let's do a demonstration on how we're gonna do that, but I am not gonna allow him to demonstrate on me. Sadie does not know that she's gonna volunteer for this, but I am going to volunteer her for you. So we'll grab her and demonstrate this.
Sadie, I had no part in this.
All right, we are here with Tyr, and we have our patient, our employee, Sadie. She's going to be a good sport here and allow us to stuff a nasal pharyngeal up her nose, or down her nose. Is it down?
It's back.
Back?
Yeah.
Back up her nose. Yeah. To help secure her an airway, because she's not breathing at the moment and she is unresponsive.
Not breathing, unresponsive.
And she's not talking, which is, quite frankly, we know she's injured if she's not talking.
Right, that's out of the norm.
Nothing but talk.
Out of the norm. So in your IFAK, your individual first aid kit from Montana Knife Company, you have a nasopharyngeal airway in size 7 French. Don't worry about what French means. Montana Knife Company's in Frenchtown. Maybe that's what it means. Nobody cares, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you secure your casualty's airway. And you as a first responder in the field have really 2 ways of doing this. The first is placing your casualty in the recovery position, which is essentially just rolling them on their side so that their tongue rolls forward and doesn't occlude their airway. It's really difficult to keep a casualty in the recovery position if you're dragging them through the woods trying to get them to a higher level of medical care. That's where this guy comes in, the nasopharyngeal airway, commonly known as the NPA or the nose hose. The size 7 French is pretty standard for most adults. How this works is it's going to go straight back in the right nostril, preferably, because there's a little, on most adults, the right nostril is a little bit bigger. So straight back, not up, but straight back, and you wiggle it in, just keep working it in until it's all the way in, and then it'll sit behind the tongue. This doesn't typically hit the gag reflex. However, if your casualty is conscious, it's not going to be pleasant. They're not going to like it, as Sadie will demonstrate. All right, you'll notice that the NPA, I have it lubed, and it is cut with a bevel. That bevel goes towards the center of the nose, or the septum. And we already know it's the right size. We already know that our patient needs this. So we're going to pig nose, just like that. And we're going to insert at a 90-degree angle. And once we get it in there, we're going fast. The faster we go, the better it is for the patient. There we go. And then we need to reassess. Just come down here, put our ear to the NPA, make sure we can feel breath against our cheek, and it's good. And the NPA is in place.
Can you breathe through it?
Would you like me to take that out?
Yeah.
Good job, Sadie.
Good job.
Oh my God.
I'm impressed. Don't cry. You're alive. All right, so thanks for watching today. That kind of concludes our medical kit. And check out the other videos that explain each individual piece within the kit. You can get this on our website at montanaknifecompany.com. You can also check out Tier on his Instagram at Red Leader Standing By.
That's correct.
And you know, make sure you guys stay safe out there. I encourage you to add more stuff to your kit, and I encourage you to go take other trainings or even watch other videos. Namely, check out Fieldcraft Survival. I definitely encourage you to get another tourniquet in addition to the one single one that we provide with the kit. Again, to reiterate that adage, 2 is 1, 1 is none. So definitely feel free to feel these out a little bit more. Please put one in your wife's car or you know, your son or daughter's vehicles. Make sure and have maybe some of these around the ranch in a farm tractor or in a truck. You just never know, especially if you have employees, maybe even in a manufacturing place like ours. Add things that you need to it. Make sure you don't forget an EpiPen if you're allergic to bee stings or bites of any kind, or you know, hydrocortisone cream or anything else that you kind of want to put in there that you think you may have issues with. Prescription medicine, painkillers, stuff like that. You got anything to add?
I'd throw duct tape in there because if you can't duck it.
Good.